Hello, my name is Kaylee Carter and this is my video blog for media institutions. Today I'm going to be talking about the history of social networking. From the beginning, social networking sites have attracted hundreds of millions of users. Facebook alone has over 600 million users. These days, it's almost frowned upon not to have a profile page. The majority of these users will access their account daily or even hourly. Here's a quick list of some of the social networking sites that are available to us today and their current active users. Facebook, which was launched in February 2004, has reached a staggering 600 million users, which makes it the #1 social networking site of today. Its close rival and one of the catalysts for social networking is MySpace, with 100 million users since being launched in August 2003. Bebo, which is a social networking site that is popular amongst the younger generation, has 117 million users and was launched in July 2005. Friends Reunited has 19 million users and is a social networking site which reunites old class friends. A similar site to Friends Reunited is Classmates, which is one of the first social networking sites to be launched. It hit 50 million users. Friendster was launched in 2002 and made an impressive 90 million account holders. FaceParty, a quirky version of Facebook, only made 200,000 users. And the newest arrival on the social networking scene is Twitter, with more than 175 million frequent followers after being launched in July 2006. But what is a social networking site? To define a social networking site would be a web-based service that allows individuals to 1. Share information of themselves and others on an online profile page. 2. Allow friends or strangers to access the information by accepting a friend request. 3. View and share photos, interests, hobbies, videos and statuses to the World Wide Web. Where did it all start? In 1997, 6degrees.com was launched. This allowed people to create their own personal profile, search their friends and share photos. However, these attributes already existed in some way or another on dating websites. Another website was Classmates.com. This was one of the first sites that really allowed people to look at other people's profiles. Classmates.com was first introduced into schools, such as universities or something like that. They allowed students to search other students in their classes or ex-students that used to go to the school. So you could search for an old best friend, someone you used to fancy, I don't know, or you could probably hack into the account of a bully that flushed your head down the toilet. However, 6degrees.com was the first site to allow people to add each other and make personal profiles rather than just a picture of yourself and hobbies. Due to hundreds of spam-filled email boxes and pushy encouragement to engage interactivity with people, 6degrees slowly lost its members at the start of the millennium. Nonetheless, Friendster came along and this started to dominate the social network market. Friendster allowed people to connect and communicate with people based on their interests, hobbies, or things they liked. Friendster was an online community which helped people network with people for dating or just finding new friends. Then I met this guy called Tom. He was my first friend on MySpace. Tripling the number of members, MySpace was the new social networking king. You could upload videos, photos, statuses to tell your friends what mood you were in. MySpace was also used by lots of musicians as it was one of the first sites that you could upload your songs and playlists to, tell people about upcoming tour dates, competitions, etc. However, for a younger person, there was the more embarrassingly cheesy, chavvy, pedo-filled Bebo. It was a less emo version of MySpace, but was filled with hundreds of 12-year-olds who can't spell and have to put kisses at the end of every sentence. For example, "Hey babe, kiss kiss. You wanna go to the movies with me, kiss kiss?"
"Yeah, wicked lol, kiss kiss."
"Lol, KK, so you dare, kiss kiss." I must admit, I was on Bebo for a while, but it got a bit annoying when countless Turkish men would comment on your wall saying,
"Hello, sexy lady, want to bang?"
So whilst I was on Bebo being inappropriately groomed by Bebo pedos, Mark Zuckerberg was busy hacking into the security systems of Harvard University and he was trying to create a much better site than Classmates ever was. Zuckerberg, along with 3 other roommates, Chris Hughes, Dustin Moskovitz and Eduardo Saverin, had started work on the universal website for Harvard students. This site became very popular in a short period of time and had the name thefacebook.com. In 2010, The Social Network was released into cinemas. This was a film about Facebook, so that's showing you how big this thing actually is. It showed the journey through just hacking into the university's account and making FaceSmash.com to getting all the way to California and having their own huge offices. To make a film about a website is obviously showing that this thing is actually getting really big and it's soon going to take over the world or something. But what's the difference between MySpace and Facebook? Surely they're just the same thing. Well, advertisers used MySpace to advertise their products and had specific ads on the pages of specific profiles depending on their interests and hobbies. Facebook clearly had a much more sophisticated attitude towards social networking than MySpace ever did. It has instant status updates, clean pages and a clear format of what you want to do. So even though Facebook is light on customization, it still has a lot of content and less adverts, which is less annoying. So why do people use Facebook? Well, for obvious reasons, it's to socialise with their friends. Family members can catch up with other relatives across the world. You can also meet new people online depending on your specific interests and hobbies. But surely Facebook has some sort of impact on today's society. More recently, there was Rage Against the X Factor, where a group of people decided to get as many other people as they can to vote for a song which wasn't part of the X Factor. They succeeded. People are getting fired from work from either being on their computer at work and being on Facebook, or putting up status updates about their boss. You can also start up a business in Facebook by generating as many fans as you can to advertise your product. And once they see your product on Facebook, they can relate to you because they use Facebook all the time. There have been some cases of people being murdered in relation to Facebook. For example, someone would get jealous over someone's relationship status on Facebook. There have been several cases in the news about a man killed because of an insult that he said on Facebook, or a woman murdered because she said something on a status. Facebook will always have its bad factors. The newest application, for example, is the Where Are You app. This tells everyone on your Facebook page where you are and what time you're at. For example, Kaylee has just arrived at Odeon Cinema. Surely someone can come and find you and do something. The main bad factors about having a Facebook account are poking, fraping, your mum joining. It can be really, really, really addictive. Facebook became the most visited site in 2007, beating the biggest search engine, Google. This concerns doctors as people are complaining of eye strain, backache, headaches, and channel tunnel, which you get in your hand when you do the mouse. And because obviously people are sitting down on the computer all the time, so they're getting fat. Yeah, Facebook's really, really addictive. It's possible more addictive than smoking and drinking. I think I only know a handful of people who don't actually have a profile page. People have lost their jobs for going on it at work, and it's said that school grades have gone down ever since Facebook has been introduced to the web. It's life-changing. Many people have changed the way they live because of Facebook. Facebook can now be accessed on phones, iPods, laptops, all sorts of things. And the term "is it Facebook official" is very common when it comes to declaring your relationship with someone. What if there's a new social networking site which offers a much better way to communicate with people? However, moving to another social networking site is like moving house and trying to get all your friends to do it. It's nearly impossible. Facebook is, like it or not, the centre of the business empire. Small-time businesses have no choice but to join Facebook so they can get as many people as they can to like their product. TV shows are now saying, join us on Facebook or Twitter. Join our fan page, do this, do that. When will it stop? This poses the question, where will Facebook end? What will happen next? Perhaps we'll all stop using social networking. However, isn't the whole wide web just one big social networking site? Sharing information with others, posting videos and pictures, exchanging emails, isn't that just what we do on Facebook? Social networking will never stop, unless the web decides to blow up, and then we can all go back to normal and socialise with real people, who aren't just a 4cm 2D photo of someone who lives in Japan. The next big thing is going to have to be something significantly different, since social networking is now a fairly mature phenomenon. There are now enough social networks to cater for the obvious niches, so why make any more? I guess you just have to think of the old term, all good things must come to an end. Something else will come along.
Facebook, I'm hooked on Facebook. I used to meet girls hanging out at the mall, but now I just wait for them to write on my wall. Take a look, you're hooked on Facebook.